I'm approaching a kind of a triangular area here. If you go straight, you head toward number 5. If you veer off to the left, you go toward number 6. But right here in the middle is a sort of a triangular piece that we call the Iron Rock Forest, because the ground here is very, it just is chunky with iron rock, and there's I think a clear area of iron rock up here I'll take a picture of. But I remember so well a few years ago, we planted a few containerized seedlings, longleaf seedlings here, which are now growing and doing great. We didn't hold out much hope that they would grow, but also there's an old tree, the sun's right in the way there, that just is apparently an incredible seed tree. So this has become an area of unbelievable, vibrant growth. It's really like a sort of an urban high-rise or something, or an urban area where there are too many units of trees, but it's always miraculous to me, and it's just always inspirational, because it makes me think about how growth can take place in the toughest of circumstances, wherever one might find oneself, whether it's war zones or poverty or even an over-upholstered, comfortable life. Sometimes that's smothery and hard for growth too, and yet it happens. Just over here to the right, or right in what I'm looking at, I guess, through the viewfinder, is a wonderful area. I call this it's like the woodpecker hollow, because there are snags and things that make comfortable bird condos over here. I'll walk around here, maybe we can hear them. Now, the iron rock, let's see, here's a good patch of it up close to the surface. Can you imagine anything growing through this? Here it is. I hope that comes out. Big chunks, small chunks, everywhere, chunks of iron rock. Think of tender shoots, and it goes into the ground. You know, it's we have lots of different personalities on this 100 acres. A lot of sand, areas of clay, areas of iron rock, areas of wetlands where the wonderful pitcher plants grow. Here are the yopon berries I was talking about. They are really lush this year. We have bay trees and magnolias. The tai-tai have just begun to put out their white spiky blooms that make me sneeze. I need to have one of those big directional microphones that collect sounds. Remember that old John Travolta movie where he was the sound guy and he actually recorded the sounds of a gunshot and a murder, I think. Terrific movie, I thought. Oh, and here's a overturned stump. This happened in Ivan, and I've always wondered who might be living in there now. It looks like a perfect home. Kind of a hobbit home in a way. Let's see if my shadow can get out of the way. I can show you maybe. Yeah. But this is so gnarly looking, but the power that could rip that huge tree by its roots out of the ground and slam it down is something to contemplate. At the time we cried. We all cried. Harold cried. Buck cried. I cried. It seemed insensitive, maybe, indelicate, I don't know what, to be crying over trees when people had lost their homes and their roofs were torn off and all of that, but we cried.